Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Good evening, everyone. Come on in. It's 8 o'clock on the dot. So, you know what that means. It is time to reactivate the moment. Come on in, people. Come on in, come on in. Good evening, good evening. Chris, what up, man? Smart Rebellion, what it do? Come on, come on, come on. It's 8 o'clock. It's time to reactivate the moment, people. Shan, wow. Shan, check you out. Shan, number one on the list. Appreciate you, Shan. Shan said, I'm staying up for this. I'm coming in on time. I'm coming in early. What's up, Shan? What's going on? That's my homie from high school. What up, what up? What a major supporter. I agree. Appreciate you, all your support, Shan. You have no idea. Vicky, what up, what up, what up? What up, Nurse Betty? What's happening? Come on in, let people know what we got going on. Shane came in on time. She ain't playing no games today, man. Shane ain't playing no games today. What's going on? Come on in, everybody. So good to see you all. Thank you guys for being a part of this 8 o'clock Monday night special of Reactivate the Moment. I have some good information tonight, and I have some big news. I have some big news. So you might want to stay on for this one. All right? Come on in. Mike, what up, boy? Mike, what up, man? What up? Burn it. Yeah, see, Shan reversing the role. I like it, Shan. They used to invite you. Now you got to invite them. Let them know what's up. It is time to reactivate the moment, people. This is what we do on Monday nights at 8 p.m. We take the time out to just take about 30, 45 minutes or so just to reactivate yourself, just to push you, encourage you, and to let you know that you can make every moment count. Aunt Bessie, what's up, Aunt Bessie? You can make every moment count. Rod, what up, man? So we use this time on Monday nights, man. So I hope you guys join on. Shout out to everybody who's new, all my new followers, all my new viewers. What's going on? Appreciate you for tuning in. All my old vets has been tuning in since day one. I love you all. Thank you for continuously rocking with your boy. And we're gonna. I promise you, man. It's always good. It's always good. I'm not saying it because it's me, but because you guys tune in every week. Something got to be going right. So I appreciate you. What's going on? Who is that? Is that Keyshawn? What's up, Keyshawn? I thought that was you. What's up, knucklehead? I need to talk to you too, man. What's going on? I got my students on Instagram that follow me. I got my old vet. I don't call my old vet. I'm sorry. My Facebook friends follow me on Facebook. What's going on? What's going on? Who is that? Daryl. Oh, Daryl, what's up, boy? Daryl, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? Hope you're doing all right, man. I ain't talked to you in a while. So with that being said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I promise I'm not gonna keep you guys long. I'm gonna give you guys a few more minutes to come in, so we can talk a little bit, have a little conversation. Nothing too deep, but I guarantee it's going to encourage you. Who is that? I'm just verified. Who is that? I'm just verified. What's going on? Come on in. So glad you guys are joining. So glad you guys decided to tune in. Take the time out of your busy schedule to tune in just for a few minutes with your boy. I'm so glad. I really appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. Stay on to the end. I have an announcement at the end that you might want to hear. I promise you. I'm not going to give it away, but I do have a major announcement. Juan, what's up? I do have a major announcement. Angela, what's going on? Still praying for you. I'm still praying for you. Oh, man, what's up, man? I got my cousin all the way from New Jersey. Is on my little cousin, man. Great young man, awesome football player. That boy's a beast. Him and his brother Bubby, football players, beast. What's going on? All right. You guys a couple more minutes, man. Go ahead and do me a favor and like, comment, and share on the video. Like, comment, and share on the video. I want to get the word out, so I need everybody that's on here to share the video. If you're on Instagram, share it in your story. If you share it on your bio, not your bio, share it on your on your page. All that. If you're on Facebook, you know what to do. Share it, tag Reactivate the Moment in it, tag me in it, so that I can know that you guys are tuned in. So I can know that you guys are on. Give me some hearts. I need some hearts. I need some likes on both pages. I need some likes on both pages. Come on in. She on time today, Burn. She on time today. She popped them up first. I love it. So come on in, guys. Come on in. With that being said, I'm not going to hold you guys long. I want to go ahead and get started because I'm excited about the announcement I want to make. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pray. God, we thank you for this day. Thank you for everybody that's tuning in, God. Thank you for everyone that will tune in later during this broadcast, God. And I thank you for my replay ministry, God, for everybody that will tune in and share the video after it has aired. God, we ask that you just bless everybody on this page, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Bless everybody, God, right now in the name of Jesus. Touch this broadcast, God. Touch this message. Let it go forth to your people and encourage somebody tonight, God. We thank you and praise you for what you're going to do. And it's in Jesus' name we pray, amen. So listen, everybody. Got a good topic tonight. All right, good topic tonight. And it relates to everybody, every race, every gender, every nationality, whatever you are, it relates to everybody. So with that being said, tonight's topic, it basically says this. Seeking validation from others will create a fear of loving who you are. Not only that, but if you love yourself first, then you can you can love yourself before anybody else can love you. So seeking validation from others will create a fear of loving who you are. So you have to love yourself first before anybody can love you. You have to love yourself first before anybody can love you. The one thing that we all do, I've been guilty of it for some time. I'm pretty sure some of you have been guilty of it, is seeking validation from people. You're seeking approval from somebody else. How do you know this? It's because whenever you have on an outfit, you say to somebody else, how does this look on me? How does this fit me? Whenever you get a new hairdo, you ask your girlfriend or your boyfriend, how does this look? Whenever you change something about yourself. What up, Kim? Whenever you change something about yourself, you ask or you seek somebody else's approval. You ask how it looks. When you cook, you ask how it tastes. When you spray something on, you ask how it smells. So it's not necessarily saying that you're looking for an approval per se, but you want to get an idea on whether or not how it looks to somebody else. You want to get an idea whether if it feels good to somebody else. You want to get an idea whether it looks good or tastes good to somebody else, because you want to see if you're doing the right thing. You want to see if what you're putting out and what you're creating is the right thing. I've often sought validation for Reactivate. When I first started, I didn't know if people were going to accept it. I didn't know if people were going to tune in. I was a little scared and a little skeptical to start doing my live videos because I didn't know if people were going to tune in. I mean, yes, I got feedback from my posts. I got feedback from what I was posting, but I began to say to myself, if I started doing this live, would they chime in? Would they tune in? And thanks be to God, a year later, people are still tuning in, and we have still people coming on. So sometimes we seek validation just to see if we're doing the right things, but we have to understand that sometimes when you seek validation from others, you will create a fear of loving who you are. You will create a fear of loving what it is that you bring out. You will create a fear of loving what it is that you produce. You will create a fear of loving what it is that comes out of you, because whenever you seek validation, for example, whenever you cook or whatever, and you present your food, in the back of your mind, you're saying to yourself, well, I hope they like it. Or in the back of your mind, you're saying to yourself, I hope it tastes good. Or in the back of your mind, ladies, when you go on a date, fellas, when you go on a date, you want to look your best, you want to smell your best, you want to have your best cutting, your best hairdo on or whatever. And when you go out on a date, you're saying to yourself, I hope I look good to this person. I hope they like what they see. I hope they like what they hear. I hope they like what they smell. What up, Pop? I hope they like what they smell. So in the back of your mind, you're a little skeptical because you're unsure. I mean, yes, it's good to say, I'm confident. I know I look good. I know I do this. And it's good to say that. But in the back of your mind, we won't admit it, but in the back of your mind, you're saying to yourself, I hope I didn't put on too much cologne. I hope I didn't put on too much perfume. I hope I don't look too skimpy. Or I hope this feels just right, or it looks right to that person, because you want to get approval. But what we do subconsciously, and what we do, and we don't even realize it sometimes, is that when we seek certain validations, when we seek certain things from other people, we create a small small little fear of loving who we are. We create a small little fear of loving what it is that we produce. We create a small amount of fear of loving what it is that comes out of us. What's up, Brendan? Of loving what it is that come out of us, because we're so caught up in what they think. We're so caught up in how they feel. We're so caught up in what they may seem, what may seem good to them. We get caught up in that to the point where we forget who we are. We forget what it is that we can do. We forget who it is that we can be. We forget how good we are in what we are. And we end up losing the little confidence that we have because we're seeking approval from somebody else. Let's take a look at this real quick. Validation is the recognition or affirmation that a person or their feelings or opinions are valid or worthwhile. I'm going to say it again. Validation simply means it is the recognition or an affirmation that a person or their feelings or opinions are worthwhile. What that simply says is that what their opinion matters. It simply says that what their opinion of you, their feelings of you, their outlook on you matters. It matters to you. So you accept what it is that they bring. You accept what it is. You accept what it is that they say to you. You accept what it is, how they feel. And instead of you checking them on what they think, instead of you checking them on how they feel, instead of you checking them on what they may think is good to them, or how they look at you, you need to let yourself know that I don't have to. What's up, Frank? I don't have to accept what you say. I don't have to accept how you feel because I look good to me. I feel good to me. I love me, and you have to first love yourself before anybody else can love you. You have to love yourself before anybody can love you back. You have to feel good about yourself before anybody can think that you feel good. You have to look good and act and feel that you look good to yourself before anybody else can do the same to you, because you have to understand that the validation of others will create a fear. Not only will it create a fear, but it will create a wall in front of you to let you know that you're nothing less than what they think you are. It will create not only a fear, but it will create a wall in front of you to let you know that you're nothing less than what they think you are, because you think that their validation is the stopping point. You can think about the wall as the validation, because you think that if you can't get beyond this validation, then you're nothing. You think that if you can't get beyond what they think of you, then you're nothing. You think that if you can't get beyond how they feel about you, then you're nothing. But I need you to have the confidence tonight that not only is their validation wrong, but the fear that you have in yourself is absolutely wrong. It's okay to be afraid. Yes, it's okay to have fear, because when you have fear, when you create fear, you create a cautious mindset. When you have fear, it leaves you open-minded to different possibilities. But in this situation, when you're seeking the validation, it's a one-on-one thing. It's how you feel about me and how I feel about me. And what we need to do is get out of the mindset is that we feel a certain way, or get out of the mindset of that what they think is how we're supposed to feel. And we've gotten to the place where so many of us are constantly seeking validation. We're constantly seeking somebody else's approval because we don't understand our own worth. Good God, listen. We don't understand our own worth, so we seek the validation of others because we feel like, okay, I'm not worthy enough, so let me see what they think. I'm not worthy enough, so let me see how they feel. Maybe if they felt a certain way about me, then I know I'm going to be all right. Maybe if they looked at me a certain way, then I know I'm going to be all right. Maybe if they saw me differently, then I know I'm going to be all right. But we have to understand their validation does not matter in the end result, because at the end of the day, they're not going to be with you throughout your journey. There it is. They're not going to be with you throughout the process. They're not going to be with you as you go along through life. They're not going to be with you in the middle of the night when you're crying and hurting. They're not going to be with you when that boyfriend or that girlfriend breaks your heart. They're not going to be with you when it seems like your back is up against the wall and you have nobody to turn to. They're not going to be there when your heart gets broken. They're not going to be there when you start to go crazy. So their validation is not going to matter, because at the end of the day, you have to deal with whatever it is that you're feeling. You have to deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with, because what you're dealing with is all about you. It's all about you. I like to tell people this. People always talk about, so-and-so made me mad. Man, so-and-so get on my nerves. Man, if they wouldn't have done this, I wouldn't be this way. If I didn't have this, then, and if I would have had this growing up, I would have been this way. No. Because what you don't understand is that you control your feelings. You control how you feel. You control what you think. You control what you say. You control all of this. So by you saying that so-and-so made me mad, or by you saying so-and-so made me feel a certain way, then what you're doing is you're putting your outlook on somebody else, when in actuality you are the one that does this. You're the one that gets mad. You choose to be mad. They may have triggered it, but you control the result of the trigger. They may have triggered your anger. They may have triggered your frustration. They may have triggered your loneliness. They may have triggered even the heartbreak. But you control what happens after the trigger. It's just like a gun. Just like a gun. When you hold a gun in your hand, you control what you shoot. You control where you shoot. You control how you shoot. You control if you shoot one shot or two shot, because you control the trigger. You don't control the gun. You control the trigger, and you control what direction the gun is just a tool. See, here it is. The gun is just a tool. It's just like the anger. The anger is the tool. The frustration is the tool. The sadness is the tool. The happiness is the tool. But you control what comes out of that tool. You control what the result of that feeling. And what I'm trying to make a point here is that you don't control the validation. So what you're doing is you're using the validation as a trigger. You're using the validation as a method to make you feel a certain way. You're using the validation as a method to make you see things a certain way, when in actuality, it's not the validation that makes you feel like you need approval. It's not the validation that makes you feel like you need their opinion or their opinion matters. It's all about what you think about you. And at the end of the day, you have to love yourself enough to be able to walk away from something that means you no good. Oh my God, I'm going to say it again. You have to love yourself enough to walk away from something that is not doing you any good. And you have to understand it's okay to walk away from opinionated people. It's okay to walk away from people from people that come to you and say certain things to you because that's how they feel, because of what they think. It's okay to walk away from it, because there's nothing wrong with walking away. Because what walking away does, it shows them that you love yourself enough to walk away. Walking away does, it shows you that I love myself enough not to allow somebody else to dictate where I'm going, not to allow somebody else to dictate my destiny, not to allow somebody else to dictate my future, because I love me. And at the end of the day, as long as you love you, it don't matter how they feel. It don't matter what they think. It don't matter what their opinion may be, because you love yourself enough to say, you know what? I love me enough to let you know that your opinion does not matter. Yes, it's cool that I hear it. Yes, don't look. Listen, don't get it twisted. It's cool that you telling me how you feel, and I appreciate you. It's cool that you telling me what you think, and I appreciate it. But between me and you, it don't even really matter, because at the end of the day, I love me. And as long as I love me, I don't have to have any approval from nobody else. Love yourself. Love yourself enough to walk away. Listen, love yourself enough to walk away. Stop trying to seek acceptance from people. Stop some other people. Stop trying to seek acceptance. It don't matter. It don't matter. You don't have to seek acceptance from other people. Accept who you are. God created you. God created you for you. God created you for him, for God. God didn't create you for somebody else. But first, God created you for you. Now, what happens is along life, along your journey, as you grow older, you start to realize certain things about yourself. You start to realize certain things about yourself, and then it may seem like that you're being created to fit somebody else's mold. It seems like you're created to fit somebody else's mold, but that comes along with the journey. But at the beginning, at the root of it all, you have to love yourself first. And once you love yourself, then God molds you into an image that fits you for somebody else. In other words, when God created you, He created you for Him first. Then God created you for yourself, and then God created you to fit the mold to benefit somebody else. God created you to fit the mold to be a helpmate to somebody. Beginning of the Bible, Adam and Eve, same thing, same thing. God created you to fit the mold of somebody else to benefit them. But what we're doing is we're allowing that mold that God created, and we're trying to fit it in the mold that we're trying to fit it in the place that we're not supposed to fit. We're using the mold that God created, and we're trying to fit it in a spot where it's not meant to go. And what we're doing is we're forcing ourselves into that mold. We're forcing ourselves into that space. We're forcing ourselves into that area, because guess what that area is? That area is the validation. So you're forcing yourself. You're forcing yourself into a place of validation because you want to fit into somebody else's mold when you're not meant to fit into somebody else's mold. God didn't create you to fit in that area. That's why it didn't work in your life. God did not create you to fit in that little piece, because it was not the piece for you. It was not the right place for you. But what we continuously force ourselves into that mold, and as we're forcing, every time we push harder, we're creating another wound in our soul. Every time we push harder, we're creating another wound in our heart. Every time we push harder, and sometimes we even try to turn ourselves to fit. Okay, maybe if I turn myself a little bit to the right, then it'll fit. No, that's not it. Maybe if I turn myself upside down, it'll fit. And what we're doing is every time you try to put yourself into that space, you create, there it is again, you create the heartbreak. Every time you try to put yourself into that place, you create the crazy mind. Every time you put yourself into that space, you create the bad attitude. Every time you put yourself into that space, you create the loneliness and the sleepless nights. So stop trying to fit into a mold that God did not create you to fit in. God created you to fit in a mold, and He will direct you to that mold. He will put you along the journey towards that mold. But what we have to do is allow God to direct our paths and allow God to direct our way, and stop trying to figure out things that's not meant for you to figure out. Stop trying to do things that's not meant for you to do. Stop trying to be somebody that God did not create you to be, because if He created you to be that person, He would have made you that person. But God created you to be you, so you have to be you. And at the end of the day, you have to love yourself enough to say, you know what, I cannot allow you to love me the way that you do, because you can't love me like I love me. And that's the problem that we have. We end up going into situations and relationships and circumstances where we feel like that when that person says that they loved us, then that's what that means. But when they can show us better, they can tell us. I talked about it once before, that love is an action verb. Love is a verb. It is a word that you put into action. It's easy to say I love you. It's easy to say I got love for you, but it's even harder to put the love into work. So what I'm saying to you is this: you have to put the work into yourself. You have to love yourself enough to say, you know what, I love me enough to where I don't need the validation of other people. And what we don't do is we don't love ourselves enough, because if we loved ourselves enough, we wouldn't try to fit into a mold that we weren't created to fit in. If we loved ourselves enough, we wouldn't try to seek the validation of other people. If we loved ourselves enough, then we would look in the mirror and we would speak over ourselves and speak life into ourselves, instead of looking into the mirror and say, girl, you better do better, or girl, you ain't living right, or boy, what's wrong with you? If we loved ourselves enough, then we wouldn't allow the opinions of others to dictate how far we got to go. If we loved ourselves enough, then we wouldn't allow the opinions of others to determine our destiny. You have to love yourself before anybody can love you. I don't know about you, but I love me. Listen, I love me. I love me some me. I love who I am. I love how God created me to be. Look, listen, I wasn't the type of person to seek my dad can tell you, I wasn't the type of person to go out and seek the approval of others. I didn't care if I wanted to dress a certain way, I dressed that way. If I wanted to be a certain way, I was that way. If I wanted to hang around certain people, I was hanging around certain people. But my dad can tell you, he raised me. He didn't allow me to live that way. He didn't allow me to seek the validation of other people. He will always tell me growing up that what they, man, don't matter what they say. It don't matter what they feel. Because he would always say to me at the end of the day, are they gonna be there with you? No. At the end, it's gonna be you. It's gonna be all on you. So what I'm trying to get you to understand, this validation factor. This validation factor. Oh, thank you, Lord. Listen, other people's validation does not determine your value. Listen, I promise you, I didn't write this down. Other people's validation does not determine your value. It does not determine your worth. It does not determine who you are. Okay? Other people's validation of you does not determine the value of you. What determines the value of you is the way God created you to be, which is valuable. So, what the validation does to us is when we try to seek the validation of others, it deters our worth. If we try to seek the validation of others, it deteriorates our worth. I'll put it to you like this. Good God Almighty. I'll put it to you like this. Whenever you go and buy a car, right? Whenever you go and buy a car, you go and buy it. If it's brand new, cool. You like it. You brought it brand new. You brought it off the lot. You got everything you want, right? Whenever you buy a car, you buy it brand new. It works out. Everything you got works, right? But then over the years, if you ever go back to a dealership, they tell you that over time, the value depreciates. It tells you over time the value of that car depreciates. Then also if you ever go to trade the car in, it tells you that it asks you if you've added certain features to the car that wasn't already on it. Good God Almighty. They ask you, I promise you I didn't write this down. Thank you, Lord. They ask you if you've added certain features to the car that wasn't already on. They ask certain like tinted windows, or if you added a radio system or some rims or some type of modification. They ask you if you've added any modifications to the car, because if you've added modifications to the car, then it depreciates the value of the car, and the value of the car comes down, meaning that you won't be able, when you trade it in, you'll get less than what it is that you bought for it. That's what validation does to us. Whenever we seek the validations of others and we allow those validations to come into our spirit, into our mind, into our lives, then every piece of validation that you accepted, it depreciates your value. Every validation, every piece of validation that you got from your last relationship, every piece of validation that you got from your last friendship, every piece of validation you may have gotten from the dude on the corner or the homegirl down the street, every piece of validation that you've gotten, every piece of validation that you've gotten, it depreciates your value. And what it does, it tears you down to the point when you get into your next situation, it tears you down to the point when you get into your next relationship, when you get into your next friendship, that you're going to be less worthy for that person. You're not going to be good enough for that person because you're not the way you were when you first started out. You depreciated so much because you allowed other people's opinion to tear you down and to bring your value down. When God did not create you to be accepting of anybody's opinion, but God created you to be valued. So don't let anybody else's validation determine your value, because you're worth so much more than that. Listen, be brand new. I get that. I know I get brand new, but as I get older, things change. I change. My mind change. That's good. Yes. And you're supposed to change. There's nothing wrong with changing. There's nothing wrong with changing. But guess what? Guess what? Same thing with that car. Let me tell you the crazy thing about the car, right? The thing that doesn't change about the car when you first buy it, the thing that doesn't change about the car when you first buy it is the engine. And what keeps the car running is what? Your engine. So what I'm saying to you is, it's okay for you to change your mindset. It's okay for you to change your outlook on things. It's okay to change those things, but you can't change the core of yourself, which is your soul. Don't change who God created you to be. God created you as a soul first, and then he put the soul into the body. God created you as a soul first before he put you into the body. So don't go around trying to, that's it, Denise. Don't go around trying to act brand new when your soul is still, when your soul is still created by God. You can't be one thing on the inside and then come off as another thing. That's called being fake. So you can't allow, what you saying that, well, I got to change. Okay, it's like I said, it's cool to change, but don't change your soul. Don't change who you are to the core, because what happens is when people fall in love with you, they fall in love with who you are on the core. And when people fall in love with who you are, then they'll understand your value. But can't nobody else fall in love with who you are if you haven't first fallen in love with who you are first. You have to understand your value, fall in love with who you are, and then you'll be able to go out and you'll be able to have a fruitful relationship or a friendship, but you have to love yourself first. So stop seeking the validation from others, because it will create a fear of loving who you are. So you have to love yourself first before you can love anybody else. Well, before anybody can love you. You wondered why their relationship didn't work, because you lost your value. Good Lord. You wonder why their friendship didn't work, because you lost your value. You wondered why you wonder why people don't look at you the same, because you lost your value. You wonder why those same guys you used to attract, you don't attract them no more, because you've lost your value. You wonder why those same females that used to come knocking at your door, hitting your phone up all the time, you wonder why they don't come around no more, because bro, you lost your value. You've lost your value. And what we have to understand is that our value was lost when we sought the validation. You lost your value when you were accepting of the opinions of others. Everybody's going to have an opinion about you. Everybody's going to feel a certain way about you. Everybody's not going to like you. Believe it or not, there's some people out there right now that don't like you. Everybody can't stand you. Everybody won't be able to come around you and be real with you. Oh yeah, you got some fake people around you. You don't realize it, but they're around you and they fake. But what you have to understand is that it doesn't matter. It does. Listen. You can be in a room full of the biggest haters in the world. You can be in a room full of the biggest backstabbers in the world. You can be in a room. In front of and you can be in a room around your worst enemy, and you still should be able to walk with your head held high, your chest stuck out, because you're not worried about what they think. Anytime. Listen. Okay. Everybody doesn't want you to win. I'm going to say it again. Everybody does not want you to win. Yes, there are people that do want you to win, but there are also people that want to see you lose. There are also people that want to see you fail. There are also people out there that want to see you be unsuccessful, because they want to say that when you were able to hit rock bottom, they want to say, I told you, I knew they didn't have it. I knew they weren't going to be there. I knew they weren't going to do this. But what you have to understand is that because they feel that way, that's going to because they feel that way, that's going to cause you, it's going to cause a certain aspect of you to rise up inside of you, to the point where you're going to be immune and numb to the things that are around you. Because what they're doing is they want you to lose, because they know that you once sought the validation. That's how you're going to determine those. That's how you're going to determine the ones that you were seeking a validation from. Because as soon as you stop seeking that validation, as soon as you stop seeking their opinion and you start going on what it is that God created you to be and how it is God created you to be, then those same people who you once sought the validation, they're going to become your haters. They're gonna hate on you. They're gonna lie on you. They're gonna talk about you. They're gonna call you on the phone and laugh and kiki and ha ha all day long. But then as soon as they hang their phone up, they're gonna be talking about you like a dog. And that is the point where you will realize that the people around you aren't meant for you. So that's the point where you have to realize, you know what? Yeah, we've been cool for this long. Yeah, we did this for this long, but I have to walk away from you. Because when I turn my back on you this last time, the only thing you're going to see success walking away. See, Well, they thought by you walking away, they thought that they were seeing a failure walk away. They thought that they were seeing somebody that was less than walk away. They thought they were seeing somebody that was mediocre walk away. They thought they were seeing somebody who was unsuccessful walk away. But what they're seeing walk away is the one person that they want to be like. When you walk away from somebody, people, they're not going to admit it, but they're going to say in the back of their mind, man, I should have kept going with them because one day I want to have what they have. One day I want to be where they are. One day I want to be how they are. But since they walked away, now I got to look from afar and watch how God is moving in their life. That's why you have to walk away, because you have to let people know that I don't need you. As long as I got me and Jesus, I'm right. I'm going to be all right. That's right. Denise, you got to throw them the deuces and tell them bye. You got to throw them the deuces and tell them peace out, because I don't need you no more. I once needed you for my future. I once thought that I needed you to get to where I'm going. I once thought that I needed you to get to where God wanted me to be. But then I realized that you're not going to be with me in the end. Then I realized that you're not the one that created me to be this way. Then I realized that you weren't the one that was shooting with me in the gym. Then I realized that you weren't the one that was struggling me when I was hurt. And then I realized that you weren't the one that put in all the work. So once I realized that, then I realized who I am. Once I realized that, then I realized my true value. Once I realized that, then I realized that, you know what, I do love me, because once I thought that you love me, once I thought that your opinion mattered, but now that I realized that I don't need you no more, peace out. I got to go because I got better places to be and I got better things to do. So I don't need you in my life no more. Listen, I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but man, you got to love yourself. Love yourself. Love who you are. Don't worry about seeking validation from people. Remember, if you don't remember nothing else I say tonight, remember this. The validation you seek from others determines your value. Which means is, if you're seeking validation from other people, then you're not considering yourself to be valuable. If you're seeking validation from other people, you're not considering yourself to be worthy enough. You're not considering yourself to be worth anything. So by you not seeking the validation, then you're telling yourself, I am worth it. I am worth it. And guess what? When you see your worth, guess what? Everybody else has no choice but to see the worth in you. And what happens is when they see the worth in you, then it will cause them to gravitate towards you. Stop trying to seek the opinion. Listen, I can't stress this enough, y'all. Stop trying to seek everybody else's opinion of you. Okay? Stop trying to go out looking for stuff. Stop trying to go out looking for a man. Stop trying to go out looking for a woman. Stop trying to go out looking for a companion. Stop trying to go out looking for success. Success is already in you. Success will find you. You don't have to go and look out for success. Why? Because you're already a winner. You already succeed. You already will reach your goal. You already will reach your promise because you love yourself enough. It starts with you. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but look, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it starts with you. Love who you are, because once you love who you are, then everybody else will have no choice but to love you too. They will have no choice. And if they don't, oh well, because you know why? You got better things to do and you got places to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, that is all I have for tonight. I thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for joining. Special shout out to Shan. I got to pick on you tonight. Special shout out to Shan for being first. Listen, y'all don't know, man. Shan, that's my buddy from high school, man. She either she don't come in or she do. But Shan was on tonight. I appreciate you, Shan. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you guys. Listen, you guys don't know how much you mean to me. You tuning in every week. You tuning in. What's up, Ryan? What's up, boy? You tuning in every week and sharing and doing all this, man. I need everybody to do this for me. I need you to share this video. I'm not singing this mean word, man. Stop it. I'm not singing that. So I need everybody to share this video. Share the video and tag me in it. Tag me. I need everybody to share this video and tag me in it, okay? So I can put on my page and post it and all that good stuff, and post it on my Reactivate page. I need everybody to do that for me. If you haven't done so already, I need to see all the shares and everything, and tag me to add my name or reactivate the moment. All right. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, listen, two things before I get off. All right. Thing number one, and what's most important right now, is to go out and vote. If you have not done so already, tomorrow, make your vote count. Make your vote count. Listen. This election just as important as it was, in my opinion, when President Barack Obama first ran. You have to. Thanks. Thanks, Michelle. Happy belated birthday too. I'm tripping. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. So you have to go out and vote. Go out and vote. Please go out and vote. All right. I need you all to do that. If you haven't done so already, go out and vote. If you have done so, cool. Thank you so much. I'm kind of being like an advocate about it. All right. So do that for me. All right. Number two. Now, listen. This is most important. Listen. Now, you guys have been asking. Man, how can I get a shirt? When can I get a shirt? Man, I want a shirt, Dad. How much they cost? All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start putting the shirts up for sale. All right. I'm going to start putting the shirts up for sale. That's right. All right. So if you want a shirt, if you would like a shirt, DM me or text me or inbox me the shirt you want. Right now, I'm only going to do two colors, black and the yellow, black and the yellow. All right, like this color yellow. All right. So if you want the one that has the logo on it, and let me know if you want the one that has Reactivate logo. All right. If you want the one that has just the logo or the one that has the Reactivate across it, let me know. I need you to either DM me or inbox me, or if you have my number, text me. Text me your shirt size. All right. So that way I can go ahead and I'll let you know the info once you text or DM me or inbox me, so you can know how much it costs and stuff like that. All right. And what I'm doing is I'm going to put, as soon as I get my website and everything, I'm going to put it on the website. But right now, I'm going to take them personally so I can go ahead and make sure that you get what you asked for. All right. So please listen. I know y'all love me. I know y'all do. So if you love me, you will support. You will support the movement. I promise you, everything that comes into this is going towards Reactivate. You're going to see new things. You're going to see new ventures. Everything is going to go towards that. I promise you. God gave me this vision. I want to see this vision flourish, and I need you all's help. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to start only if you DM me now. I'm not going to promote it, put out there yet, because not at that point yet. I'm only talking to my exclusive people, my exclusive followers, and everything that follow me, and and want to know what's going on. And what's going to happen is, when you get your shirt and when you put it on, you're going to take a selfie and say Reactivate the Moment hashtag and all this stuff. And they going to, where you get that shirt from, girl? Man, where you get that shirt from, man? I got it from, man, follow this page. And guess what happens is, boom, we out there. Right? Cool. So if you have my number, text me. If you don't, DM me or inbox me on Instagram or Facebook. Let me know which shirt you want and your size, and I will give you the details as far as the pricing goes. All right. I need your shirt and your size. All right. Cool. If y'all gonna do that, man, go ahead and look. Don't go out and tell nobody that. It's only for y'all. It's only for y'all. All right. But with that being said, y'all, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining. Crystal, what's going on? I appreciate you guys for joining in, tuning in, and everything like that. I told y'all I got some things in the work. Y'all thought I was playing. Y'all, I told y'all. And that's not where it's going to stop at, man. I promise you. I got some heat for y'all. All right. So with that being said, I love y'all. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. All right. Tune in next week, next Monday, same time, same channel, Reactivate the Moment TV. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, also go and follow my YouTube page as well if you haven't. I do post my messages on YouTube, so make sure you go follow that as well. All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And if, like I said, you want a shirt, inbox, and we're gonna talk. All right, love y'all. Have a great night. Go be safe. It's cold outside. Wrap up, all that good stuff. Love y'all. Go vote tomorrow. Peace out. Have a great night.